What's up, my golden watchers? Welcome back to another awesome video from your favorite girl. All right, if you are new tuning in, go ahead and subscribe and support. Okay, so listen, I want to jump right in and talk about Kwame Brown. He have been dragging people left and right, and Charlamagne is just so happened to be next in line to get dragged by former basketball player Kwame Brown. What started out as Kwame Brown defending himself after Stephen Jackson, Matt Barnes, Gilbert Arenas were tearing up Kwame's career and his life on the All Smoke podcast, which started a whole lot of drama. Charlamagne was friends with Matt Barnes and Gilbert, so he decided to also attack Kwame Brown and his family by airing out all Kwame Brown's family's he say, she say dirty laundry. And then he attempted to paint Kwame as a terrible person.
I remember this story. He beat a woman with an axe handle. It was his girlfriend. And the rumor was he buried her alive.
What?
He buried her in the area that I grew up in, if I remember correctly. I've been trying to call my dad since yesterday to confirm the whole story because I literally forgot about this until yesterday. But the woman died and he got arrested. If he's still alive, he's in prison for life because he got caught because he left South Carolina after the murder and came back for his paycheck. Let me tell you something else. His other brother, I don't know if him and Kwame were close, but his other brother shot his baby mama several times and then killed himself. That was like in 08.
Shit getting out of
His
hand
other
now.
brother, Kwame's other brother, just went to jail for murder like 3 years ago. All of this you can Google. I'm saying all that to say, leave Kwame alone. That man has been quiet for 20 years. He don't bother nobody. Clearly all that, you know, all that he's a bust stuff gets to him, and you don't know what people are going through or have been through, but I've seen folks snap for less, and it looks like, you know, Kwame is snapping. And if you look at the history of men in his family, you would know his men in his family have a history of snapping. Leave Kwame.
So Kwame is exposing Charlamagne's past rape case with the 15-year-old minor, where Charlamagne actually pleaded to a lesser charge. Kwame questioned why iHeartRadio and Power 105 still support Charlamagne. Charlamagne ended up sending Kwame Brown a cease and desist order because Kwame was really dragging Charlamagne for filth. You hear what I'm saying? He was really dragging him. Check it out.
You sitting up on a show talking about you love black women and you got the nerve to talk about Kevin Samuels and I don't like when somebody talking about women and this and this and that, but you like when your co-hosts take advantage of them with Spanish Fly and get on the damn air and talk about it. Y'all nasty, sick son. Sitting here trying to say somebody crazy. Years ago, you had the nerve to taunt the woman that you took advantage of on the radio. And now you think you so in the clear that you got the nerve to talk about somebody else's past when you a whole predator. And then Angela Yee and DJ Envy, both of you sit there and act like y'all like black women. How can y'all sleep at night when y'all got sisters and friends and all that you know damn well you can't leave around Charlamagne? You can't invite nigga over because y'all might have some wine. Nigga in here. You leave shit out there around if you want to. In 3 minutes, your ass will be asleep. In 3 minutes, you'll be knocked out. And that's talking about, oh yeah, we had sex. She had sex back and everything. How the somebody sleep can have sex back? You, this nasty his own goddamn wife. This nasty summer.
Chatting too much. So now Charlamagne has come out with an apology. Check it out.
To me, Leonard McKelvey. Contrary to popular belief, this is not the first time I've given myself Donkey of the Day because Donkey of the Day does not discriminate. I mean, I may be kind of biased towards certain people, but I don't have any bias when it comes to myself. If I'm wrong, if something I do or say doesn't sit right with my spirit, I have to apologize and do better moving forward, and that's what I'm about to do right now. I want to apologize to Kwame Brown and Kwame Brown's family. I want to apologize to his father, Bill Brown, and the family of his father. See, last week on this radio, in my attempt to defend a Charleston, South Carolina-born brother like myself, I revealed too much information about that man's family. And even though all that stuff is public record, some things just don't need to be said on the radio, and they definitely don't need to be said by me. When I look back, you know, on the way I communicated that, I communicated it all wrong. And I unintentionally triggered trauma in a lot of folks I grew up with who I genuinely love. I'm sure I caused a lot of pain for not only Kwame Brown, but for his family, especially his family in my hometown in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. You know how I know? Because I spoke to a few of them. I've been on the phone this weekend with mothers of children and their children. Salute to Shaliba and her daughter Brianda. I was on the phone with sisters like Wallette. Salute to Wallette. Oh, she cursed me out good. And, I was apologizing for triggering them, causing them pain because I was casually discussing their family's trauma, man. And that's something that I have to stop doing. That's something that we all have to stop doing. I was talking to my Sacred Purpose coach, Yadi Alba, this weekend. She's like a spiritual therapist. I have her and my clinical therapist, and that's what we were talking about, how we casually discuss each other's traumas. I didn't even think about when I spoke on, Kwame and his family, how many people were impacted by those things I was speaking on. I mean, that's generational. Okay, I caused pain and unintentionally poked at people's wounds. Okay, wounds that will probably never heal. And I can't take back those words, but I can't apologize. I think oftentimes we, meaning black people, we fight each other with our demons, whether true or false, whatever is the worst thing we know about a person, I think we know about a person, we default to that, and that was not my intention. I was not in any way, shape, or form trying to paint Kwame in a negative light. Okay, that black man is not my op. He wasn't my op when I said it. In my mind, I'm defending that man, but I should have been defending him as Leonard, Charlamagne the God, McKelvey, the professional, and not Leonard, Larry, whatever you want to call me from Moncks Corner, South Carolina, talking like I'm home in the town on why I believe they need to leave Kwame Brown alone. That was whack because the conversation didn't even have to go there. The conversation should have been about basketball. Yes, leave Kwame Brown alone because he achieved the goal and a dream that 1.3% of NCAA seniors will achieve, and 0.03% of high school seniors. You know how much small a number that is? And that's just simply being drafted in the NBA. If you play 13 seasons and make $65 million, you're a success. Okay? If you work 13 years anywhere and make that kind of money, you're a success. So salute to.
Listen, first off, Kwame has a right to respond to the haters. He has been quiet for years. So many people have been tearing him down, calling him crazy, saying he's aggressive, and attaching his name to too much negative stuff. They talked about this man's whole family. Charlamagne is doing the right thing by tucking his tail and apologizing. You were the last one to even open your mouth and speak on this man with no facts, okay? Especially when you said out of your own mouth, you do not know this man personally. Charlamagne was going off of some he say, she say type ish. I am glad Charlamagne did own up to apologizing, but I must point out that I do think Charlamagne is working on himself, unlike Kevin Hunter, okay? But Charlamagne is always talking about going to therapy and getting some help, so maybe he's changed. Now, if we're talking about Chris Stokes, now that man needs to be under the jail, okay? But because Charlamagne did talk reckless about Kwame along with many others, I feel Kwame should have the right to say how he feels as well. Charlamagne better had apologized because I didn't see him winning this one, okay? The heat was coming down on the Breakfast Club and all. He had to back down to Kwame, but now Funk Flex has jumped on the bandwagon and he has been going in on Charlamagne. Check it out.
20 years ago, you can be sorry for that. It's the way you're moving forward, bro. Let me tell you something. You said that the R. Kelly video is the greatest video you've ever seen. You tweeted that. And you know how that came out? Because you had the nerve to go on an R. Kelly documentary to talk about a pedophile. You're a pedophile! You're a pedophile! You! Is it okay if R. Kelly is in the video with your kids? Is it still a great video? You nasty! Is that a good video? Is it? You don't have to answer. I'm going to tell you honestly, it's better you don't. You shouldn't. You should never ever answer this. You should always keep a cease and desist, and you should never ever talk about it. Because we already know what you are. You are one of them slimy, greasy dudes that used to be in our neighborhood that don't talk much, that likes to put medication in women's drinks and get on top of them. That's you. We know what you are. I know what you are. I do not care if I ever say your name. I want you to know that I know what you are.
Boy, this is getting real messy, and I'm here for it. But I'm going to leave my thoughts right here. You guys can leave it down in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and come on back for more. And I'm out. Peace.